Now with this, oh, there we go, right in that gun. Right in the gun. Let's see. Ha ha ha! Ooh. Ooh, this is gonna be close. This is gonna be close. Let's see if I can nail him. You're dead. See, I shot right through that gun. Hey guys, welcome back to dungeongurunet. This is nethervoid, also known as John, doing another strategy series today, and as you can see, I'm going to be doing it on the AMX 40. This will be my first French tank strategy series, and that's kind of obvious since the French tanks just came out, and I wanted to get a jump on these tanks. Since I know a lot of you guys are going through them either right now or about to go through these tanks, I figured it would really help you guys out. So let's just start right in on it. We got stats and overall playstyle. So we got 300 hit points on this tank, which is it's a light tank. It is pretty good. And we'll just look at the French tech tree if you don't know about this tree very well. These are all light tanks all the way down till you get to the two medium tanks. In a sense, this is a light tank line, as far as I'm concerned anyway. But this is the AMX 40, the tier 4 here. So 300 hit points for a light tank, that's pretty good. I think that's more like most mediums actually have about 320 or 340. So that's a lot of hit points. 21 tons pushed by 190 horsepower. That's probably why probably the weakest part of this tank is that it's so slow. I did get it up to about 40 kilometers per hour down a hill, but you know, as you can see, the 50 kilometers per hour max here, but that was going down a hill. Usually I can only get this thing to about 50, I want to say about 15 to 18 kilometers per hour max, and you'll see in some videos to just look close and look at the speeds. You'll see it's super slow moving. 30 traverse is not too bad with 30 on the turret, which makes for 60. It does turn okay. For a light tank, it's really horrible though. I mean, this tank feels like a heavy tank when you play it. It's real sluggish. It doesn't turn very well. And the armor is really good. It's 70 hull armor and 80 turret armor. I was looking at the other tanks, and the M3 Lee has 50 respectively on the hull and turret, and all the Russian tanks in tier 4 had like 20 or 30 armor all over this area. And the only thing that came close was the German PZ3, which had 70 hull and 70 turret armor with the upgraded turret. So this is the heaviest armored tier 4 in the game right now. For a light tank, it's kind of oxymoron. I don't know. I don't really like the way they've done this, but hey, the specs are the specs, right? So that with that heavy armor, you're going to be able to bounce a lot of shots and ding a lot, especially with the slope on this thing. It does bounce a lot of shots, and you'll see that in the videos you're about to see, or are seeing probably right now, actually. Let's see. View range 360, not that great, but that's pretty typical of these lower tier tanks. They don't have a great view range. So let's go right into weak. No, I don't normally do weak points, especially on these tanks, but since this tank is so hard to hit, that's a great spot to hit right there, the driver viewports. There's hardly any armor right there, so you just pen right there. This is a flat spot here. I think you can pen here if you got a big enough gun. I mean, if you got big enough gun to hit, 70 or 80 armor, just shoot it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I did get penned in the flat part of the turret here by a stug. That was a great spot to shoot. Cupola is actually pretty armored. I've had a hard time. I mean, you can pen this thing. It's easier. It's not 80 armor, but it's not 0 like a lot of other cupolas. So I would probably hit it there. So that's good enough for weak points. The sides are pretty armored, so you're gonna want to hit in the back if you can't hit front or the sides. But let's go over modules. The radio leaves a lot to be desired at 410 meters. Actually, a lot of the times, if you're down in one of the corners, you're going to lose sight of the other guys on your team, and that's just pretty typical of low-tier maps anyway. It freaks me out sometimes because I'm so used to 810 meter radios that I feel I'm like, whoa, my whole team died? No, it's just because you can't see them on the radar. So the track upgrade is decent. You get a nice tonnage increase, which helps you load all this other crap on there. And 2 degrees per second turn speed, which it's not that big of a deal because this tank is so slow. It's really the main thing is acceleration, and the speed you can get out of this tank is really the weakness, not really the turning. As you can see, when you first start this tank, stock 150 horsepower is not going to get you anywhere. It's going to be sluggish. You're just not going to be able to move. In fact, even fully upgraded, there's a lot of games where if I stop moving, I will never make it to the action. So I don't don't stop and take sniper shots or anything like that on the way up, like I might with a KV or something. I just try to get into the action. I try to stay as close to the action as possible, because you could have a game where you don't even shoot at anybody because the action keeps moving ahead of you, especially in the lower tier matches. Everybody's moving really fast. The turret upgrade is actually pretty good with a 10 armor increase. The view range is the same, except you lose a lot of traverse, 6 degree loss of traverse. But it is required for the big gun, so you do have to get it, and it's pretty good, especially 80 armor. If you go hold down, it's pretty decent. The gun, actually, this has a pretty good gun for the French. This is the better than the B1. If you see right here, the B1 heavy at 74 pen, it's actually pretty good for a tier 4. But you still need to pick out weak points of the tanks. 110 damage is also pretty good. This is a pretty good gun, and what you'd expect on the heavy. But the heavy actually has a worse gun than this, which again is weird. But you know, whatever. It's the way the French tanks are at this tier. So now that we've gone over the modules, let's do research. So here we are on andrewpunk's account, and you can see the tech tree of the AMX 40. Right off the bat, you should already have the AR-53 radio and this 47mm gun unlocked, because you unlocked those in the AMX 38. And I did check, and you can throw them on right away with all the stock equipment, the stock tracks. So that way, because here's why: because this thing only has a 25 penetration, and that you're not going to be able to hit anybody at all. Even the Russians are going to have a hard time with. So this, with a 45 penetration, you're going to have a lot easier time hitting people and getting credits and XP right off the bat. So after that, you're going to have to get the tracks, because without the tracks, you're not going to be able to put on any more upgrades. So I get the tracks, and then and then I would go probably straight for this turret, because you want to get this big gun, and this big gun is crazy. It's 74 penetration, 110 damage. That's a really good gun for tier 4. You're already going to be pretty slow. If you feel like you're just too slow and you need to move faster, go ahead and get that engine first. It will be pretty easy at just 400, so you might want to go that route first. I think I did get the turret and the gun just because I wanted to get into the biggest gun as fast as I could, and then I got the engine. But you know, if you have a really good game, you could just get the engine and not even notice really, or get it with some free XP. So that would be the order I would do, and you'll see it up on the side. I would go tracks, turret, big gun, and then the engine, and then the AMT-12T. So that's the tech tree, pretty simple. And we're back from research, and let's go over some equipment here. I would not put any on here again, but if you're going to vent, rammer, and I guess probably toolbox. Again, this is one of those tanks that you're not going to be in it that long. I'd just put stuff that you didn't have to spend gold to remove. Binox would be good, since it has like a really poor view range. Binox might be nice. So Binox and toolbox probably, because if you get tracked and your crew is pretty crappy, as you can see here, 60% crew, that toolbox is going to help a lot. I would use these are the standard shells, 56 and 14 here. We're doing consumables. I don't put any consumables on tier 4. I wouldn't worry about it. If you're going to put tracks, put it here so you can do 5.5 to repair tracks, or that's a nice way to get out of it if you've got a lot of tanks bearing down on you or something. Your crew is going to always be crappy, and this is kind of if you're used to higher tier tanks, this can really piss you off, because these guys miss a lot. Their aiming speed is really horrible. They don't do anything very well. Their acceleration's bad. It's just a pretty bad crew, and it's really noticeable in tanks like this that are really slow, and where the gun, it just does not aim very well. Let's look at that gun aiming speed. 2.2 seconds. Look at that port 4 accuracy, not very accurate already. So that crew is really gonna just make this gun even harder to shoot. You need to be really up close to shoot this gun. So now that we've talked about the garage, let's get this thing into a game here. Alright, so here I've spawned on Pro Kurovka. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but not really at the bottom of the pack. This is actually, well, it's 4, 5, and 6, so it shouldn't be too bad. And so one thing I learned right away about this tank, since it's so slow, I've had a couple games where I actually didn't make it to the action in time to shoot anybody at all, and it was and it was a win on a 2x game, so I got like, I don't know, 200 XP. It sucked. So you really don't ever want to stop in this tank until you actually get up to where you're going to be fighting a lot. Like, don't stop and take a long shot, that might make it. Just keep driving forward. Because look at this, 8 kilometers per hour over a hill. It's not even that steep. Excuse me. So just gonna keep moving, and I don't know why, but our heavies are going straight up the center. With that KV3, we're really gonna have a problem on this side. But I'm just going to keep moving. Because if I stop where that Hetz is, I'll never get up to the front part of the action. So just going to keep moving up. Which might make for a quick game, but I guess we're going to see. So I should probably try to stay behind this tree line. Even though it doesn't really matter while I'm moving, I can stop really quick and get the bonus. The hide bonus. Fairly quickly. I think it's like 3 seconds not moving. 3 to 5 seconds, I can't remember. So... So this thing's fully upgraded. This is the max speed. You're seeing it right here. Max tracks, max engine. It's pretty slow. The gun is really good, and the overall armor is really awesome. Now, somebody was saying you shoot it in the driver hatch. Oh, I guess it's the slits right underneath the turret right there, and you can pen it pretty easy. So that's good to know, because this tank is very hard to pen for like tier. Wow, we're already crushing them. See, that's why I can't stop, because if this game does do well, I want to make sure that I get some shots on people. Oh, here we go. Alright, so that Wolverine's going to be a pain. We're going to double team this guy. I'll go behind. Oh, he's not going to... What are you doing? You gonna let that Wolverine go around you? Oh, there we go. KV and a 3601 up there. Alright, so we need to take this guy out. He's just spotting. And my keyboard decides to die on me. Come on, keyboard. Ah, too late. But look at this. Great hold down spot. Let me see if I can get a couple shots on these guys. Now, my crew is 50%. So good luck shooting across the map, but we'll see. And thanks. Don't stop in front of an enemy or an ally. Never stop in front of an ally. This is slightly dangerous, especially since they have so many TDs. But let me see if I can just get in. Oh, here we go. There he is, right there. He's right there. He's not shooting at us. Interesting. I know he's there. Alright, we'll just shoot at his friends then. Here we go. Oh, now he decides to shoot. He was Stug. That is really bad news. But maybe I can get some shots on him. I probably won't be able to. Yeah, see, this is bad. I gotta get out of here. There we go. Let's see, now he's aiming at 2 different guys. Now, right here, I'm just gonna try to spot and be hopefully he. Oh yes, okay. He's still trying to shoot me. Stugs have pretty good armor in the front. I think it's only 80, but I wonder if he's gonna reload before me. Coppola? Yes, yes. So he's dead. I think I saw their KV3 coming up over on that side. We really need some people to... There's all... Oh no, the KV's up here. Nailing me. So I'm gonna get out of harm's way, hopefully, but I think there's somebody at their base. Well, I mean, I know there already is, but... Oh, here we go. KV3 right there. It's probably gonna get arty now. Now I'm gonna keep my turret this direction. So I'm so low in hit points. I'm just gonna sit here. There's really no point in me doing anything except dying. I could creep forward and get there arty, but he's probably gonna see me first because I'm moving. And the view range on this thing's not very good. So let's see. Yeah, I can't get a shot on him. I'm gonna creep forward anyway because this is gonna be boring if I just sit here. Probably going to be seen. I think I will just sit here though. Cut these parts out if they're too crappy. Man, I need some water. So Stug, haha, you're dead. The Stug's problem right there was he just sat there. Ah, here we go. Spotted him. He's at 100, but I should be able to nail him pretty good. It's N37. Wow, really? It's probably my crew just not being very accurate. Oh, he's hiding behind a hill a little bit. Okay, so he's dead. Now I know I'm A-okay just to push forward. Looks like we did get the KV-3. Oh, that KV's coming up behind us. That BDR should be able to hurt him pretty good. So I'm not too worried. If he lets him come over the ridge, I'm really going to be hurting. Yeah, see, he's pounded on him. In fact, let's watch that fight, since I have... Yes! There's a kill right there. So let's see if I can make it to cap before it's too late. We're gonna get pegged. I think that guy's back here somewhere. What is that? A 3000P? 3001P? I'm not sure what that silhouette is. Let's just look. The 3601. So he went the hill. That was that guy going the hill with the KV. So he might still be up there actually. Probably just trying not to die. So that was a decent game. It definitely shows you how slow this thing is. And let's see where I got hit actually. If you see where I got hit, yeah, you see he hit me right into the turret there. I don't think that glancing shot was a penetration. But right in front turret, because, you know, the Stug has a really good gun. Anybody can shoot him there. And it's the flat part of the turret. That's a good spot to shoot. I can't believe it wasn't the mantlet, but maybe on a larger tank it would have been the mantlet right there. Still a good game. And only one kill, 397 XP. Not my best game in this tank. I only basically destroyed one guy and damaged one guy, but still a decent game, and let's see what we can do. So here we are spawned on Muravanka. I'm in an AMX 40, obviously, as you can see here, with anti-god mode, Sergeant Ponage 72. Names are synonymous.
Move out.
We're both in AMX 40s. These are pretty beast tanks. Which way you want to go, dude? I usually like going north, but we can go either way. I don't really care.
I'm like previewing the video.
Hey, are you? Is that thing fully upgraded?
Yeah, as far as I can, yeah.
Sweet. We should wreck these fools then. I think we're all gonna go together, like an AMX 40 wolf pack. Some guy just called it a snail pack. That's awesome.
I like duck pack. I mean, this tank was called, I don't know, duck.
Oh, it does, huh? Ooh, here's a scout.
You go ahead and kill him.
Alright. Oh, he's behind a house. That's true. I've had actually a couple games lately where if I didn't keep moving, I never made it to the action. The whole game was over before I could get to shoot somebody.
It's a giant... Oh, that's a duck without wings. Or legs. You know you're holding Q constantly, right?
Yeah, I just realized that. This B1 should be pretty easy to kill, just hit him in that front gun.
Actually, his driver viewport, if you hit right in that crack, I killed it with B1s before. Where it bounced off the gun, so... Yeah.
Man, horrible shot.
Sucks.
Dude, it sucks having this crew. I hate 50% crews.
It's sick.
He's gone.
Does suck.
Yeah, their aim is horrible. Plus, I mean, the gun's aim, or accuracy is probably pretty bad.
Oh, that's terrible. I think design to be good.
This guy will die right
We got a
here.
medium over there that will penetrate.
Get this guy. Here he comes right at us. He's dead.
Kill that Lee. He's the big threat.
Yeah, those can hurt.
There's other people that can hurt.
So as you can see, this thing moves slow as a snail, like that one guy was saying. It's like probably, I think this is the slowest taking of the game.
I think the T95 has that on it.
Oh yeah,
But,
maybe.
you know.
Take him out. He's like one shot now.
Circling, like,
Nice. Let's go to base. This game's over.
yay.
Frenchies get to win this time.
Me, I was telling you.
Yeah, Andrew Godmo was a little worried about my win ratio.
Don't worry. I am mystified.
I'm just
as to
messing
why-
with you.
I'm just mystified as to why you have the French symbol on the front left of your tank and I don't.
That is a good question. Maybe, oh, maybe because that bullet hole. There's a bullet, or a shell hole in where yours is.
It's like a bit of a glitch.
Like it replaces it or something.
Yeah, it seems like the bullet holes in the box and editing are pretty bigger than it needs to be.
I'm gonna download a sniper mod soon, or you know, for when you're in sniper mode.
I tried it. I didn't like it, but you know, whatever you want, sure.
So this game's over. Pretty good game.
You. This is my double. You suck.
Yeah, it's mine too. Damn, takes forever to get there. And that's the game.
Gotta wonder if the gunner's taking a nap.
1100 point, well, it's 550 point game. 555.